Hi Beacon Church family and friends. This one's from Wendy. I didn't know if my granddaughter had learned her colours yet, so I decided to test her. I would point out something and ask her what colour it was. She would tell me, and she was always correct. It was fun for me, so I continued. At last she headed for the door saying, "Sadly, Grandad, I think you should try and figure out some of these for yourself." Today I want to tell you a story about a father who had two sons. And the youngest son said to his dad, "Dad, I want my share of the estate." Well, it wasn't common in those days, but the father agreed, so he split his wealth between his two sons. Not long after that, the younger son decided that he wanted to move away, so he gathered up all his belongings and he moved to a far and distant land. While he was away in that distant land, he squandered all of his money on what we should say wild living. Well, at the same time, roughly the same time when he ran out of money, there became a famine in the land and he didn't know what to do. He had no money. The only thing he thought he could do was go and work for a farmer because he needed to eat. He was desperate to eat. So he worked for the farmer, and the farmer put him on the land, and he asked him to feed the pigs. That was his job. So he would feed the pigs, but he was so hungry, he was starving. So much so that he even ate the food that he was giving the pigs. Eventually, he thought, "Oh my goodness, I can't keep doing this." It was almost like he came to his senses and realized that what he had before was so much better than where he is now. I could go and work for my father. He's got many servants. And I could go and say, "I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry to God for what I did." Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and I'm going to ask if he will employ me as a servant, and at least I can eat well. So he set off. He did that 180-degree turn and decided to go back to find his father. Well, his father obviously missed him all the time that he'd gone. And I think the father probably went to the village square every day looking out for his son. And on this one day, as he was in the market square, he saw his son from the distance appearing. He gathered up his robe, full of love and compassion, and he ran after his son. And as he saw his son approaching him, he flung his arms around him. His head fell on his neck and he hugged him and he kissed him. And the son said to him, "Dad, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, I'm sorry to God. Will you take me on as your hired son?" His dad said nothing to him at all. He walked back home and he said to the servants, "Go and get me the best robe. The robe that we save for dignitaries when they come to town. Go and get me that wonderful ring, that signet ring that we pass on down the generations. Go and get it for me. And go and get some sandals for his feet. And also, that calf that we've been fattening, why don't you just kill it and let's celebrate and let's have a party? Because that son of mine, who I thought was lost and dead, is back." What a wonderful story. And you'll find that story in Luke 15. I've paraphrased it slightly, but it's pretty much the same. The Father, our Father, longs for us to come back to him. What a great day to do it on Father's Day. To come back to Father, to know his love, that no matter what we've done or where we've been, whatever mess we've got ourselves into, he just loves us and his arms are open and he wants to hug us and kiss us. Let today be a day where you find your Father. God bless you. Until next time.